It's Fiddler on the Branch again. How's it going, bro? I support Toronto city workers. Woohoo! Thank you.
This is for you guys. Very loud.
The people hear it.
The
budget's being pushed ahead. So
Pushed ahead.
it seems as though they're going to vote on the budget in the next 3 or 4 hours. There are a couple of key amendments which seem like they're going to pass. So the budget that comes up seems like it's going to be a mostly reasonable budget. There will be unfortunate cuts. The main point is that the budget is probably going to be voted on tonight. So the question becomes then, do we want to be acting the way that this gentleman is?
Yes, you should.
Do we want to be trying to occupy the square regardless? The police have said they won't. It makes sense to say, okay, you know, the budget has been passed. It is a reasonable budget. Therefore, we're.
What are the cuts that they're going to do?
So the cuts aren't clear yet. The cuts won't be known until the final budget comes forward, probably in a couple of hours. But there's a possibility that the Environment Office might be on the table, and the TTC, there'll be some cuts too. It seems like pools and rec centers are probably going to get saved. Shelters are probably going to get saved. So just kind of throwing it out there to see, given that we don't really seem to be properly mobilized for an occupation, there will be a rally at 5:30 with Labour and the Stop the Cuts. That will be a kind of big hoorah, and there will be thousands here to kind of encircle the chambers and really make a strong statement about this budget, and that will be very important as they move into voting on the final budget. The question is, again, do we want to try and do an overnight occupation, because that would mean a very different level of involvement. So it's a question. I think I've prejudiced it a little bit in my briefing. I apologize. Questions?
I don't see why they should be doing any cuts, so why can't we just protest the budget cuts? And if we're writing essentially for 3 days, nobody's really against it. I say we do it.
Okay. Other thoughts?
Well, the GA did approve 3 days, right? So we're here till Thursday.
We have a GA tonight. That's the only way it could be.
Exactly.
7 o'clock. Right?
We came to fight austerity. We came to fight the same things that have crippled countries around the world. Slowly, gradually, using things like creeping normalcy, where you take a little bit, then a little bit more, and then finally, after a few times, you have what you really wanted, which is a significant cut and change to the system that takes away from public services, that takes away from jobs. I came to fight austerity.
Rob and Doug are on a diet now, so that may happen just automatically.
Roxy?
Yeah, I agree with Trey. You know, we came here not because of one cut, and we're not together because of one cut happening. We're together because we hate what's going on in our government and corporations. But specifically, we don't like what's going on in City Hall. We don't like who's in charge. Even if it's amended budget cuts, the budget's still being cut, still things that are happening that we don't like. We're already here, we're together, we have support coming. I think it would be silly of us not to take charge of this opportunity that we provided ourselves with.
Okay, so that's the fourth person who's spoken from a very similar perspective. So I haven't seen any twinkling, I don't know, but I assume that people are agreeing.
I twinkled with my left hand. Everyone was cool.
So if that is the feeling, then yeah, cool.
Anybody opposed us occupying for 3 days, as stipulated by the GA?
Okay, so
No opposition.
Sounds
We're
like,
staying for 3 days.
and just to be clear, the reason that we're staying is because of austerity and
That's
a
right.
general attack on
The poor people.
poor people. That's the reason that people
Yeah.
want to bathe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. We have to make it happen then.
We're done here? I'll show you the charge station.
Okay, one second. Okay, so I'm going to.
I just need help.
Yeah, I got 13% power, guys. So I'm gonna sit down over here and charge up.
But they're only here till 7
They're only here till 7.
today.
Where's our one second.